Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Kelsey, and
that's
this is
Dixie. And we're Love Hut for Life.
And this is Shane's latest project. Guys, this one challenged him in ways that he's never been challenged before, I think. But we're super excited to show it to you.
This particular bus, I was invited to come build because the original builder passed away and his wife wanted it to be finished. So I came, and my job was to finish it out and make it look like, to the best of my abilities, the way he dreamed it to be. And I hope I achieved that.
I think you did really, really well, babe, and I hope that Amber, July, and little Bougie Baby very much enjoy this. You guys come in and check it out.
When we got here, this is what I walked into. The kitchen was already built by Abe, the housing for the refrigerator in this cabinet, as well as the dinette, which I really like to utilize the bus seats, which is a big thing for me. My huge contribution to the kitchen was basically running electrical into it and plumbing it. Amber is going to come in after me, and she's going to be doing all the stain work and painting and really gussying the place up. My job was just to build it, and everything I built is behind me. Let's check it out. When I got here, this couch was already built, or at least the frame of it was. All I did was I wrapped it in this beadboard and made it look pretty. This is actually the guest bedroom as well, so it is a slide-out style couch. Once it slides out, this little mat folds over and creates a mattress, which is super cool. The thing I built in this area was this little entertainment center, and it also has multi-purpose as well. It houses the water heater that runs off of LP, as well as it has the hub for all of the controls for the bus. So the battery monitoring system for the water tanks, as well as a television. This television is a DC and AC television, which I really like. This whole bus can run completely off of DC. The only reason for the 120 that we've put in here is just so you can plug stuff in. You can completely operate without that. Then I built this bathroom. This bathroom was a really fun space to create. There was a lot of challenges involved. One of those being the space on this bus that is allotted for the holding tanks was on the right side of the bus as well as the kitchen. So the bathroom did have to be on the right side, which made some creative plumbing. I built in the shower so that because this bus doesn't have a roof raise and the original ceiling is still in there, there's quite a short amount of clearance in here. So we needed the shower to be in the middle so you could actually use it. It's all built out of cedar, and then inspiration came because my job was to take everything that was already here and build as much as I could and then build off of that. The cedar around the sink as well as the little stool, all those were a hope chest, or pieces of a hope chest. I don't really know where that hope chest came from, but it's in here now, buddy. And then I wrapped all of the walls in the same beadboard that is in the bus. The rest of the bus has MDF, and that doesn't really hold up very well to moisture, so it's not really welcome in a bathroom situation. This beadboard in here is all vinyl. And then we squeezed in a toilet that even has a bidet in it. I kind of like that, don't you? And this is the bedroom. This bedroom honestly is my favorite bedroom I've ever built, and that's because it is covered with windows all the way around. I can just imagine backing this thing up to Big Bend and seeing all the views out that window, or up in Colorado, anywhere you could take this bus. There's a lot happening in this one space too, though. It's not just a place to sleep at all. It started with this cute little storage area to the side. This bus still has its rear heaters in it, as well as the rear air conditioner, as you can see. But that means you have heater lines that run along the side of the bus, and they come out here, and I had to cover them. So they're hidden under here, and it's also accessible if you ever need to access them for whatever reason. I try not to ever cover up anything that might have to be maintained. Even the windows, all this is built below the window line, so these windows can be removed. There's deletes everywhere that you don't see a window. That was done by Abe. I didn't get to do the window deletes. The headboard has a lot of use as well. It's completely removable with 8 screws. And then behind the headboard is all of the plumbing for the bathroom, as well as the main hub coming from outside from the pressurized fill lines, as well as the water tanks are stored under the bed in a waterproof box that has a drain in it, and it also has the 12-volt pump in there. So everything can be accessed and maintained from these removable panels. If you notice, this bed is a smooth deck bed. A lot of times in these Skoolies you see beds with big holes in them, and we do that to allow ventilation underneath the mattress so condensation doesn't build up. With that, it really wasn't applicable in this situation because I have the electronics stored under the bed as well. So we had to make a smooth deck. That just means you have to put a ventilation pad underneath whatever mattress is going in here, but it's going to work flawlessly. The other part of the bed is all of the electronics were put here, and it's accessible from the side door outside, and that makes it super easy to work on instead of having to crawl upside down under a couch and work on your electronics there. I've learned that's just really not a good place to put them if and when something breaks when you're on the road. Let's go outside and check out the electrical system. So out here, I've cut in several holes, and all of this is to access the systems inside. This top one here is a high pressure and a low pressure fill for the water tank, so you can either connect a hose pipe or you can just shove it in the gravity feed tube that's in here. This is a high pressure connection for the water system, so if you run a hose pipe directly to the bus, you can pressurize it and circumvent the pump and the tank, which I really like because this bus is going to spend some time stationary. It's going to be utilized as an Airbnb, so it's important that it actually does have a shore connection on it. That being said, I also put in a 30 amp connection, and I have a 110 connection. This 110 connection goes to a small charger that charges the battery off of the 110 connection versus the 30 amp. It's a little bit slower of a charge, but like I said previously, this bus runs off of, it's all wired in that it can run solely off of DC. It doesn't have to have AC to run, so it is a great amenity to have on any rig. And then there's just an outdoor plug, which I find to be very useful when you're on the road, being able to plug something into the outside of your rig. Let's open this big door and see what's behind it. So this system houses a lot of different components. The big one that you see right in front is a inverter converter system. So traditionally we would have to use an inverter to produce power from our DC battery, and then we would have to use a converter to transform that power from AC back to DC to charge it. This thing does it all, and it's fantastic. You just plug it in and it does the rest of the work for you. So if your battery is low, it'll charge your battery and then power the rest of your 120 all the way through the bus. It also has a DC to DC charger on it as well that charges off of the bus alternator while you're driving down the road. And it has a 30 amp breaker, a 110 charger that you can plug in from outside, and a full fuse panel for the DC and AC all combined together, which I really like that design. You see them in a lot of RVs, and I've really enjoyed putting them in these rigs. Behind this door, there's really not a lot going on. What I did do is I made this space accessible so that you could store your bags. These bags have all of the electrical, all of the black tank, as well as the fresh tank connections. And you can also store anything you want underneath the bed. So we didn't have to do a hinge style bed. You can walk around here, pull tubs out, you can kneel next to it and pull them out. The battery is also stored here in its own compartment, and that cover is removable, so if you ever have to change the battery, super easy to get that thing out of there, which is another thing I'm a big fan of. I think that's it on this bus.
Guys, I am so incredibly proud of the job that Shane has done here, and I know that Amber and the boys are going to enjoy this bus for years to come, and I really think Abe would have liked it too, babe.
Thanks. I do want to say thank you to Amber for inviting me here and offering me the opportunity to build something like this. Maybe you need me to build something for you, and if you do, a quick way to contact me is shoot me an email at lovehubforlife@gmail.com, or you can check out some of our other social media like Facebook and Instagram, and you can shoot us a direct message on there too.
Guys, as always, we want to take the time to say thank you to each and every one of you who have watched this video so far and all of our other ones. If you haven't already been watching this build, go back and watch, because every bit of the last 8 weeks of work is on video for you to enjoy. Guys, I hope that you enjoy this, and I cannot wait to see you next week. Peace out. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.